Hello, and hope this video finds you doing well. I'm going to do a quick overview about logging in and then a few things to look out for to start your training. So you may know some of this already. We're going to be using a WordPress website, and let me just go ahead and start. So what I did earlier is I created a website for you on tricitiespetadoption.com. At a later date, we can change that so that it's kingsporttn.com or whatever other domain that you want. The domain is is not often the legal name of the company. I know the company is called, the organization is called Petworks, not Petworks TM, but you can have lots of different domains. They can all point to one website address, and it may or may not match exactly the name of the organization or the company. So with that being said, what we have here is we have the website. I'll just show you quickly what it looks like. We can change anything you want. This has just been a basic website that I put up sometime in the past when prior to the first furlough. And then things got kind of put on the back burner for a while, and we're starting to pick it back up again. So anyway, the main thing is everything can be changed, and I'll show you how to do that. So with that being said, you can see that there's different pages that are underneath some of these. There's pages off the footer. This isn't a very good looking footer. Very quickly, this is considered the header area, and the header area can and usually appears on every single page. Obviously, the navigation bar, the navigation menu would usually, excuse me, appear on every single page. Up here, I added a banner, so you can use a banner or not. That's up to you, but that's what that would be considered or called. Here we actually have the content of the page, which goes all here, and you can make the content look any way you want. To give you an idea, you can see that this is a full width row, or actually it's a row that's fixed width. It doesn't go the full width, but it's just one column in the row. Whereas here you have a row, but you have three columns. And then here, and you can add more. You can have as many rows and columns and layouts as you want for the content area. Again, here's the header, here's the navigation bar, here's your banner if you decide to have one. Here's the content of the page, excuse me, or the body of the page. And then here you have the footer, and the footer can look any way that you want. This is how I designed this originally, not with the intent of leaving it, but just to have kind of a placeholder for some of these pages that you may decide to incorporate elsewhere on your website. Every page does not have to appear in the navigation bar, obviously, and it doesn't have to appear on the footer. You can have pages linking to each other from other pages. So every page does not have to be listed somewhere like this. It could be linked off of another page. So with that being said, what I want to show you is to go ahead and log in. So you'll have a link, or you can go ahead and type it in. It's WP admin, and hopefully this will take me here. Log in with your username and password. Remember me. And let's see here. I am going to pause the video while I enter this in, but you will have this information via email, via Michelle soon. So I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so thank you. You didn't notice much of a pause, but thanks for your patience while I got that logged in for myself with the username and password. So what I'm showing you here is basically this is considered the back end of the website. The dashboard is what basically, some people say the whole back area here, but I typically call this left side being the dashboard. And then across the top, we have shortcuts to different parts of the dashboard. So not all websites will have this, but it looks pretty similar on most WordPress websites. So one thing I'll mention to you is almost everything that we do, often there's more than one or even two or three ways to do something. So I may show you one way and you may know another way or learn of a better way. And that's great. Feel free to use whichever steps that get you to do what you want to do. So with that being said, I'm just going to do a quick rundown here to show you a lot of this you won't necessarily be using anytime soon, but I'm also going to just show it to you briefly. So I'm logged in as an administrator. Some of you will be an administrator, Michelle and others. Some of you will be editors, and you may end up having some people log in, volunteers, as contributors, and so that way they have very little ability to edit the website other than to add information about the animal. So you could have a wonderful volunteer who would sit down and go through each one of the animal posts, which is different than a page, but each post of the animal, and add some information, a photo, that type of stuff. And then what would happen is they would be a contributor, and then an editor or an administrator would approve what they did, and then it would go ahead and post on the website. So what I just want to share with you is that there's different levels of access, and that can be changed at any time. And so the dashboard will look different, and the shortcuts will definitely look different based on if you're an administrator, if you're an editor, or if you're a, and so don't be confused if it doesn't necessarily look exactly the way this looks, because it's the way that it's designed. So here, I'll show you what you may end up coming across. Home just takes you back to your home page here. Updates you're not going to be dealing with. We'll handle all that for you. Sitekit you're not going to deal with. That's getting you all connected with Google, and we'll worry about that in the near future, making sure you're properly associated with the Google search engines and optimization, and we'll talk more about that later. Astra is the theme that we're using on the website. You're not going to be really doing much here that I know of at this time, but you may, and I'll show you that at a later date. Post, you definitely will be doing post. Posts are different than pages, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, and a post can appear on different pages. A page does not appear on a post, but a post can and does appear on a page. And if you think about a blog, the page itself might be called blog or my blog or Kelly's Corner or whatever you name the particular blog page. And then each one of the posts would appear possibly on that particular page. The beauty of the post is we can have them appear on different pages. So when someone is doing a dog post, we can add a category so that we can filter it so that all the posts that have the category dog will appear on a available dog page. And same thing for cats and other types of posts that you want to separate. So just as a quick reference, posts can and do appear on pages, but pages don't appear on posts. You can have links on a post that go to a page, and that's a great strategy and a great thing to do, but it's not actually the page itself that's on the post. So with that being said, we'll look at this a little bit later on to look at all the posts so far. And I'll show you here again, there's more than one way to get to something in this particular website. And these go back again several years. So God willing, hopefully all these dogs have been long placed, long ago, and are happy and healthy in a forever home. We'll look at posts a little bit later on, but this is one place to find them. And then you go here, you can also go to all posts. You could add a new post, or you could go new and then add a post here. So again, showing you there's more than one way to get someplace. The categories and tags you'll learn more about, but as I mentioned already, category certainly would be a dog. Another category would be, cats, and you could have other categories as you wanted. The tags would be an example of you might have a dogs rated by or tagged as small, medium, large, and so those would be different tags that you may attach to a category for a particular page. Or you may have tags that be other types of descriptors, kid friendly, one animal only household, those types of tags that would be attached to a dog or to a cat or other animal that's up for adoption. So again, that's a quick overview, but you'll understand more as we go further along. The media is where we're going to be adding all of your images and photos, maybe a PDF because you guys have application forms or job information, those types of PDFs you may end up loading up onto the library. And absolutely photos. You probably don't want to be adding too many videos here. You'll slow down the site. And I could talk to you who's ever going to be doing videos more, but Typically, what we want to do is upload the videos to YouTube, and I'll get you set up with that. And then what you want is that we'll post on the page or post, it will be a thumbnail, an image from the video that we created. So if we created a video of Rocco, and it's 30 seconds long or a minute long or even longer, then we would upload it up to the YouTube channel. And then what we would end up doing is linking it onto the page, and it would show a screenshot from the video for Rocco. And then when people click on the picture of Rocco, they would play the video, but it would not play. It looks like it's playing on your website, but it's actually playing off of YouTube. Okay, so that's that for right now. The media categories, obviously, same type of thing. You're gonna have categories for video, PDFs, images, JPEGs versus PNG, whatever other categories you wanted to do. Probably not too many. Forms, that's a different area. You will be adding forms, job applications, contact form, other types of forms that you may start to edit or access or modify form. Pages, you definitely will be doing, as I mentioned already. You can create lots of different pages. Here's all pages. Or over here, I go here. These are all the pages so far. I think there's like 41 of them or something, maybe. Already created, home, about, events. You can read these all for yourself. Add more pages, foster an animal. But you can delete them, you can modify them, you can add more, basically unlimited. You normally would, with the dogs and cats, you would create a post. Okay, so again, here, Cato, Riley, Jackson. So the animals would be posts, they're not pages. But the post would then appear on the dogs or cats are available, or success stories. That's one of the things we probably don't have here this time, or happy endings or happy forevers or updates, things that you want to include on the website. They're happy stories that people can know, they'll be happy to see the success that you're having, and testimonials from people who've got their forever fur babies and stuff that they may want to post. Again, we would upload the video to the YouTube channel and then just have the screenshot show on the page. I'll show you how to embed the video into already. I was going down the sides here, so all pages are add new page or new and page, and get to the same place. And adding pages and modifying pages is a little bit later on for tutorial, but this is part of your dashboard, and that's what I'm showing you at this time. So comments you're not going to be dealing with. We'll wipe this out, basically disable it. We're not dealing with comments. Anyway, it's too much of a hassle. You're getting spams and approvals, and we really don't need that at this time. It's not going to help us. So that'll be removed or not accessed or not used. The appearance has to do with the themes. I don't think any of you necessarily playing with this very much at all. Maybe, Michelle and maybe one or two of the other administrators, because there's starter templates, and we can add some. I'll show you just as an example. So let me hit this. You actually have a classic here. We build a classic template. You have access to dozens and dozens, scores, maybe over 100 different page layouts, templates, themes. Not the right word, themes. Themes are slightly different than a template, but for our conversation, let's use it interchangeably. But these are templates, page templates that can be dropped in over or above or part of any of the particular pages. And again, this normally would be the content, but we can make it, again, you can see they got their own navigation bar. We can either make them visible, not visible, change the pages, whatever. But Michelle and others, you can look through here and see if you see some examples of either pages that you really like, or layouts or colors. And again, here, if you really like this layout, we just change the photo and look slightly different, adding animals and, your menu and that type of stuff. And here you got 3 columns, 1 row. Here's 1 row, 2 columns. You can see it right here. Here's 1 row, 3 columns. Here's 1 row, and then there's a overlap here that I can show you how to do that. But here's a button in 1 row. That's all 1 row here. Well, the reason I'm showing that to you is as we build our pages, any page you can, remove a row and then leave the rest of the page. So if you like a certain layout on one, if you don't like the rest of it, and that often happens, we would just delete the row. So you can see here, I can see right here, here is a row, and it's got this here, the row with one column, and then this is laid out. Probably it's either four columns or these could be posts and chose to display in a grid. And I don't know that without checking the back end, but it serves the same purpose. It looks the same. So the reason I'm showing you that this is just some of the templates that you have access to. There's many, many more, and you can access them different times and then save them and then use them throughout the website. Thing can be changed, modified. You can rebuild any of these yourself. You don't need to use a template. It wouldn't take that long to create any of these pages from scratch. So you don't necessarily need to be locked in. If I can get out of this, get back to where I wanted to get back to, go back to the dashboard. Miracle. Most of you will not be dealing with this. None of this stuff here would be. I did not name these different programs or parts of the website, but we Beaver builder, but you will not necessarily be using it from this category here. What you area here, what you would have mentioned, what you would end up doing is going, and we'll do this later. Is you go to builder here, and these are all the pages. Let me show you again. Here's pages. Here's the same pages, but no, they're not the posts. The pages are the same as the builder because all of the pages are made using builder. So you'll see later why you can access one part of the page by going this way. But then when you want to start doing some formatting, adding templates, doing some editing, we'll be using the builder to actually edit and modify the pages. Here we would modify each page individually, a little bit different type of information, but that's things you need to know because they're the same thing, but they're different places on the same page. So if I go here to the top, and let's say I do sort pages here, then A to Z, here's about. So exact same page, but it looks different when you click on it because this goes to a totally different area of the page. This You're not going to be messing with plugins, so no need to even discuss it at this time. All now button will have that set and may already be set so that on a phone or a device that someone can call from, a phone button will show up. So if you want to check it at your convenience while you're sitting here now, you pull out your phone and go to the TriCitiesPetAdoption.com, this website on your phone. It may show up with a button that someone can quickly just press the button and call. So quick call now button. If it doesn't, I'll activate it later, but that's what this is here. Users, these are the users so far we've added. And we can add more users and then we could set their different levels. So we have Miralie's right now set as an editor. We've got 3 administrators. Michelle, this is just a generic one using this particular website address, email address. So what I would say to you here, administrators can add more users. We don't need to go crazy, but we may want to add a couple more generic ones for someone like the volunteers for whatever. Okay, so tools you're not really going to be dealing with. Settings, you're not going to be dealing with. POs, none of the rest of the stuff you're going to be dealing with. So with that being said, the good news is really what you're going to be focusing on are the pages and the post, the builder or the post. And then post, especially if you're adding information for animals, different posts that would appear on different pages. Events. I think Mindy is doing the events. So she may create posts for the year, at least a dozen, 2 dozen, whatever number ahead of time. They don't have to appear right away, or should we have them set to the schedule to appear at whatever dates that you want. So first of the month, have the post appear on the page that is titled events that shows post in the category events. So that would be an example. Fundraisers, things for sale, pages and posts that you want to create. So I think what I'm going to do is been a little bit longer me talking than what I had expected, but I think I've covered a lot of information that you need to know. Most of the rest of the stuff is not really urgent that you know more about any of the other stuff. And this video, just to get it uploaded so you have access to it. You've got something to at least learn from quickly. And then what I will do in a short period of time, what I will do is start a new video, and I'll show you how that you can actually edit pages, create and edit pages, and create and edit posts. So thank you for watching this so far, and we will see you again soon.